just hear that ball sizzling in the air.
I can get it gone in a blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hatchback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the money in the middle, boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles, now I see fiddle all around me. He little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to? Homie, hop it, need a they awesome. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is topic discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably
see if this microphone is working. This will be my first time playing this.
I can get it gone in a blink. We can make a from the sink.
I like the Dallas Cowboys, so
I can make a ball when I speak.
Play against the team that my neighbors like, the Eagles.
Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at? They couldn't see me coming with binoculars. Even if they did, tell me who the was stopping us. The options keep popping up. Cops trying to lock us up. When it's out the picture, but it ain't no Diddy cropping this. Sorry, officer, I'm a hood philosopher. In the open all the chakras up the block inside it and more the lava. Check it, thermometers. These rats is synonymous. The climates in Guatemala, bro. Bet your bottom dollar your favorite rapper to get devoured. Sign his death certificate quick. Like sayonara. In fact, it's better if he quit and save himself a problem. He ain't got a chance to solve and tell me get him on in the blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink.
alright, let's see if my mic's working.
Yeah, it is. So
today from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Let's see what we got. I don't really know the controls. Wait a minute. Hold on. I think I'm the Eagles. I want to be the Cowboys. Shins. Yeah. I guess I'll just be the Eagles. Yeah. See it.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure. And they will start at the 40. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And right away, he lost the football.
Oh, geez. He made me go down.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But
I need to figure out what controls are what here. I'm just doing different controllers. Select. Oh! Well, I can change to the Dallas Cowboys.
Little gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here.
Wait, hold on. What? Oh.
Pick up the
Okay,
first
so it's
down.
going to come into effect next.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down.
All right, now I'm on that
the
team.
ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step
I wanted
route
to beat the
ordinarily,
Cowboys. That's
and
my
you're throwing it
favorite NFL
where you see the
team.
receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get
They got me.
That's big Jordan Davis.
I saw it happen that time.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left.
What the heck
anyway.
happened?
It's no good.
I gotta really figure out the controls here.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that'll be off the mark. Too far
so
out
that's
in front,
so you
it's
press.
incomplete.
Oh,
Put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I do need to figure out the dang controls. I mean,
I think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot
I don't
of
know
stature
what's
to him.
tackle
But
and
sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And
Dang
he
it.
returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Able to get away. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not
So you
hang
press
on.
triangle
That was nice work
to
there
throw
defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Third down.
They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Dang
And
it.
that play will go nowhere. Losing
He got me down.
midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on
We
third down.
suck, dude.
A little bit
I
of
mean, at
surprise that
least
they completed the
the
pass and
Eagles aren't
lost
beating
yardage
us.
on the play.
We do have that. The Eagles aren't beating us. We're not losing here. Let's see if we can make this up.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia.
I know my microphone probably sucks because I'm punting it.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt.
We got a pin.
I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Open. He's open. Come on.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Micah Parsons.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. He'll return it from the 6.
Dang it. He got me.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first.
Good. We got possession now.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Zach Cunningham gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Looking to throw, Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Going right back to Ferguson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Let's go.
Brandon Cooks, 31 yards. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in the second quarter.
Well, I'm figuring it out.
That connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication, which you just noticed right there. Because
why was that way over there?
Receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
What?
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
He's open. He's open. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock.
We're winning.
You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they were successful. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing, Hurts fumbles it.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
He got the ball. He got it intercepted.
At their own 28-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area.
Graphics is really good.
A lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Complete to Zacchaeus. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to a happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime. And getting back into the action.
Well, I must say, I do like this game. I enjoy playing it. This is cool. Good graphics. Figured it out here. We're going in the second half. We're not losing.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. But first down hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's got this down to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They'll drop to throw. Now he brings it in off the deflection. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. Once again, it's Swift. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Hurts fumbles it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Oh, he got it.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The official officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Out of his end zone, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Prescott. And he is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Prescott yet again. Eagle pressure, too much this time.
Dude.
Down he goes.
I hate the Eagles.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
This one made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Prescott down. That's
Crap.
to the pylon and incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Fighting through pressure, but in the end,
I don't know why he would not throw the ball that time.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw again. Out route pass complete to Goddard. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
One last shot at the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
Good first game. We won.
teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
This is interesting.
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Dak going to start out going to the air. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Dang it.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he is going to
I gotta figure out how to pass it.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. Bringing them out is the #1 overall pick this year, Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, Bryce Young.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Young on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now Prescott steps away. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catch as he's dropped at the 42. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Third down and 6. Now Prescott. That one down the field for Ferguson. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Lines up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one. Is that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
Dang it. That was, I swear, that was
Anger to kick this one away. And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch him flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch him off guard. That's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Micah Parsons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now Young. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good.
Oh,
he got every
man.
bit of that one as
Now
it's
I'm
good
being
for 56
beat.
yards out. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin
No way
the
I'm
drive.
being beat by
Still
my
in search of an initial
home
first
state
down as they
team.
come up here 1st and 10.
How did
Call
I
it a
fall?
loss of 12 that time. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield.
And look at this, another fake. Oh, but he'll be he stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. That throw by Young incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there. On the high throw, luckily fell incomplete. Here's Young. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Cooks will come in motion right. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. That one down the field for Ferguson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Meanwhile, Young's throw here on target to Hurst. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Oh, my word.
Adam Thielen. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That was clean. That
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they can't bring him down. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Fighting to stay upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is third and quite a ways. Prescott now, option right. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough, and that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. Field.